Welcome to part 2 of our zombie-themed episode here on The Other Side. I once again am Wesley.
And I'm still dead.
Yes, but a more distinguished zombie Will, as we are here to talk about zombies in comics and books. Let's start off with comics. There's a slew of zombies appearing in comics. I believe one of the first zombies appearing in comic books was Solomon Grundy in Batman comics, with the cute little rhyme, "You don't know who Solomon Grundy is, play Arkham City, you won't regret it." He's one of my favorite boss fights in that game. The two most well-known, or at least my two personal favorites, is of course The Walking Dead, which spawned the wildly successful television show, which was just the zombie comic and zombie show that essentially is like what happens after the conclusion of whatever zombie movie you were watching. This is the zombie tale that never stops. It just keeps going. To be honest, one I like just a little more is Marvel Zombies. Because, I mean, there's just something about seeing Spider-Man, Captain America, Wolverine, and all them as zombies and eating their friends and loved ones. And, you know, if you haven't read the comic, it's been out for a while, so I don't care about spoilers, because then they eat the Silver Surfer, which summons Galactus. They take down Galactus, eat him, and then they start going out into the galaxy looking for other planets to devour.
Any other comics that pop out in your head?
Well, The Goon features zombies.
Jesus Hates Zombies. Look it up. You'll enjoy it. Alright, books. You had a book that you wanted to bring out.
Yes, a couple of my favorite. One's a book, one's a short story. I really loved Stephen King's Cell because it was a very interesting take on zombies. Basically, what the premise is that your cell phone rings, you answer it, some tone comes through the cell phone and resets your brain. So you have nothing left but your survival instinct, and it's all about this group of people trying to escape. One guy's trying to find his son, and just the first 80 pages of this book is just, I would love to see a movie because it's all hell breaking loose. It's Stephen King at his best.
Zombie Rules by Dave Eckord. Love this book a lot. It really, it came up with some survival things that I hadn't thought of before. Like as you're going through the apocalyptic world, making sure to grab car parts and stuff, even though you don't need them. You never know when you might need a oil filter or whatever. I mean, Zach starts, he's in school, the zombie, he's getting bullied in school, school sucks for him, then the zombie break takes place, and Zach meets a neighbor down the way named Rick, and this guy was like a survivalist.
Doomsday prepper.
Yeah, Rick has this whole farm area set up, and Zach and him become buddies and survive this zombie outbreak. And I thought there was a lot of original stuff in there. I like, how they work. People from Zach's past come back in, and they were kind of jerks. But is he going to help them during this time of crisis, or is he just going to say, screw you, you're zombie food?
Another one of my favorites is a short story, again by Stephen King. It's called Home Delivery, and you can find it in his collection, Nightmares and Dreamscapes. I loved this short story, mainly for its main character. It focuses on a mousy little obsessive-compulsive woman who's pregnant during a zombie apocalypse. And she lives on a, island out in Maine, out in the middle of nowhere, and they have one graveyard on the island, and they're just waiting for the dead to rise. It is a very humorous, but also at times very scary story that, once again, I'd like to see it brought to the big screen. They did the Nightmares and Dreamscapes miniseries, which if you didn't check it out, you should. It's available on DVD, and it's very good. But I was disappointed to not see this story in there, because it was one of my favorites.
Slow Burn by Bobby Adair. I like this one. It's got like flu-like symptoms that basically burn your brain up. And again, we're in college, actually, in this one, in Austin, Texas, and contracts the virus, but he doesn't turn into a zombie. Zed, it's your typical survival thing, only there is a handful of people that not only are zombies, after him, but people are after him because they know they have the virus. Sometimes they can fool the zombies, though, because the zombies can smell
exactly. Very
it's pretty cool, and definitely worth checking out.
Another zombie series that I think is just taken off. I know my son really enjoys it. Is the Rotten Ruin series, released in September of 2010 is when it began. First book focuses on a young boy named, 15-year-old boy, young to me, I'm old, named Benny Amora, who needs a job in this town of Mountainside. It's 14 years after a zombie took. Most living humans are zombies at this point. And so Benny reluctantly joins his brother Tom in the zombie hunting business.
Another book that I really enjoyed was Fracture by Marie Lanza. She used news stories that we've seen in recent years to
Yes, involving bath salts.
Yeah, adding a little realism to the zombie experience. Starts off, Harmony's going for a run in the park, and basically all hell's breaking loose. You know, you run in your house, you watch the chaos ensue, and basically it's her and her boyfriend trying to save their family members and dodge zombies. And it's got a strong female lead. She doesn't, she doesn't sit in the back seat. She kicks a lot of butt. Awesome with a gun, whatever weapon she can get her hands on. And she's doing a sequel, which coincidentally is called The Other Side. The ultimate in zombie guides, the survival.
Exactly.
If you want to know how to survive the apocalypse, zombie apocalypse, you're going to want this book. It's got everything. You can see some of it play out in our documentary. There's pictures in here, where to stay in your house to survive the zombie apocalypse, what you need for food, weapons, exactly. What's the best weapon.
A machete, because it never runs out of bullets.
Right? This is The Other Side. And I'm hungry!